today we're going to be doing a saddle for a gravesite. So I've been asked to do this several times, and I'm sorry. I know that it took me a while to get to it, but I had a lot of other things I had to get to first. So I'm going to pan down and we'll get started. Okay, so I got one of these, and you can get these at Hobby Lobby and a lot of other places, and they come straight out. I just bent it over because what I want to do is I want to work on it so that I can get these sides. So it's easier for me just to go ahead and bend it over. Now you can bend it back. And what we're going to do is we are going to be using my pick machine. So I have this pick machine here, and what this does is it just puts these little picks on, because some of the pieces that I'm going to use are like this, and so they need something on them in order to put it into the styrofoam. We're going to be using these flowers here, and we're going to use a ribbon. So I haven't decided if we're going to use, I think we're going to use that ribbon. I love this ribbon. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking our leaves. Now these are the long fern type leaves, and these work really great. And I'm going to put it in, well, first I have to load my pick machine, and then what it does is it puts a pick right on there. Okay, and then what I will do, I have my hot glue going over here, and this is just a electric skillet, and so I'll just run right through the glue there, and then I will just come and push it in like this. Okay, so I want them to be coming down like this. So I'm going to go all the way across doing this. So I'll just keep putting these on, running in the glue. Okay, and then put the next one in. And so what I'll do is I will go all the way around this whole base, putting these in. And then I'm going to come back with smaller ones. We're going to have some coming up. We're going to put a big bow in the center, and then we're going to put the flowers around it. So I just keep grabbing my leaves. You can also use leaves like this. These work really well. But at least on the bottom, I really like to use these because they just really come out very nice looking. Okay. So I'll just keep going all the way around. I'm not going to make you watch me put all these in, but I wanted to at least show you a few. Okay. Now I have just regular glue sticks in this electric skillet. So now I've just started putting some over here. It looks a little funny when you first begin, but it will turn out nice. You just have to keep at it. So I'm putting them about every inch, somewhere around there. Well, let's see. Yeah, about every inch. Okay. So I will keep going around putting these in. I'm going to put them on both sides and on the back, just like I did with this one. And then I'll come back and we'll start adding some others in, and it's just kind of a layering process. So I'm just going to layer them on. Then I'm going to put my bow in the center. Whoops. And then we will, and then we're going to put our flowers all around. So we're going to be creating almost like an effect where it is rounded. So you're not really going to be able to tell that it's really only one small piece of styrofoam on this wire. So I'll be back shortly. Alright, so I've gotten the basic part in. So now what I will do is continue doing the same thing. Just adding in between, except I'm going to go up a little bit. See, I'm going to kind of go up a little bit. That just helps fill in. So I'm going to do the same exact thing. You see how it now starts to fill in? So I'm kind of going in between where the other ones were. That way you get the best coverage. So I'll do the same thing on the ends. Go in between, like that. So I'm going to do that. I'll go all the way around, and this time I'm going to put ones on this little end here. I'll show you. So I'll put one here. And then I'll put one in between those. That, and I'll put one here on the very end. I don't want one to be too long. Okay, like here. Okay, and then one in between those two, like that. You see how it's starting to really fill in? Alright, so I'll keep going with that, and then I'll be back. Okay, I have gotten all of the leaves on. Now I do have 2 layers, and there's a reason for that. Some of them I'm going to pull up and put through when we start getting the flowers on. So now that I've gotten this done, I want to do the piece that I'm going to put in the center. Now what I'm going to be doing is a big pretty bow. So I picked this out, this ribbon right here. Let me move this away. Because it matches this. It's a very pretty ribbon. So we're going to be making a nice bow. And we can just use our bow dabber today. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use wire. Now I'm going to use about 30 inches. Now usually I use the either a pipe cleaner or the bow dabber wire, but today I'm not going to do that because of the way that we're going to be putting this in our saddle. So once I get this wire down, if you have trouble with it just sticking underneath, it can be a pain sometimes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make our loops about, let's start with about 5 inches, okay? So I'll put it down, leaving a little bit of flap. So I just place it down in the bow dabber. Then I'll put the other one in. Let's see. Right there. So I'm just moving this so that I can use my board right here for the measurements. Okay? Now, When you get to this part, you need to twist your ribbon like this. And the reason you're doing that is because you have to get that pretty side back up. So now I can use the ribbon that's already in there to make sure I have the right length. Okay, get to the middle. You got to twist it again. All you're doing is making sure you're getting that pretty ribbon back up. See, if you just went ahead and did it like this, you'd end up with this ugly side. Okay, so I'm going to do one more at this size. So I just do the same thing, twist, go through, twist it, and go through. Like that. There we go. So we have 3 at 5 inches. Now, I want to do 4 inches. So when I get here and twist it, I'm going to go about 1 inch smaller. So see, you can even use your little finger to see if it's about 1 inch. Or you can use your measuring board. Yep. So I'll make sure these are the same. There we go. Okay, then I want to do 3 at this size. So now I can use the ribbon that's already, the bow that's already there, to make sure I have the right length. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
So I keep twisting.
My first time in a video in a long time.
And it's taped.
Hello.
So
Okay.
twist again. Bye, baby. And go back around. Okay, so now we have 6 loops. Okay? Now you have a choice. You can just end it off here, or you can twist again and then make a small loop. Okay? And what you will do is pinch it and put it underneath like this. Okay? So what I'm doing is I am making that little bubble in the middle. So you just want to make sure that you get your wire around it. Alright, now once you pull it out, you want to pull it and just pull it as tight as you can and just twist it like this. That'll help get it nice and tight. Okay, so we got that part done. Now we want to do tails. Let's see. Let's do so we're going to do about 20 inch. So we're going to do 2 20-inch tails. Like this. I'll just move that away. Alright, then I'm going to take it, fold it over, and cut at an angle. I just like the look that you get, that finished look that you get when you do that. Okay. Then I'm going to find the middle, pinch it, and go on the bottom of your ribbon and tie it down. Right on the bottom. You don't have to open it back up to get this in and tie it down. Alright. Now we've got the basics of the bow. I'm going to use my fluff box. This is just a very solid piece of wood that has an eye hook in the middle and a nail on the end. Now I got mine from probothehand.com, so if you're looking for one, that's a great place to get it. And what this does is it holds it in place so that you can move your bow around. Because what you want to do is pull this out okay, and once it's in here you can tug on it pretty good, and you can pull out your tails. So I like to just pull it opposite directions. Get a good mix and then fluff it up. You can just stick your hands in there and fluff it up like this. There we go. All right, and that's our centerpiece. Our little loop in the center. All right, once you're satisfied with how the bow looks, and you can take it back off like this. And I'll set this back aside. All right, now what we're going to do okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little wooden dowel. You can use the skewers if you get them from the store, and I put one of the pick machine picks on it. If you don't have a pick machine, you don't have picks like this, you can get these picks at any craft store or Walmart, and they're just little sticks and they come with little wire. So you would do the exact same thing. You would just put it here, tie it around, and then it would be a good idea to use some floral tape. So this just kind of helps hold it on. So if you use these, it's a good idea to use the floral tape. And this comes in all different colors. But I wanted to show you that in case you don't have a pick machine. Pick machine is like anything else. It's a convenience. It just makes it a little bit faster. So I have this, and this is what I'm going to use to put my bow down. So I want to figure out where the center is. Okay, let me pull this up a little bit. Here we go. So once I've figured out about where the center is, I can put some glue on my stick here. Let's see, how long is this stick? 10. Let's cut some of that off. Okay, so my stick is about 8 inches, and I'm just going to stick it right down in the middle. Make sure it's in there good. Now what I can do is take this wire and put it on this stick, and then I'm going to twist it around and make sure I get it on there really well. So that's why I used regular wire instead of using the other type. Alright. So I am actually going to tie this entire length on. It seems excessive, but it's best. It just keeps it still and in place so it's not going to come off. Because you know, if you're going to be putting these outside, it's going to be subject to wind and rain, and it's just better if you really wire it down well. So once I get all of that on, then I'll kind of spread my little tails out again. Alright. Okay. There we go. I pushed it down just a little bit more. You don't want it to be too high, and you don't want it to be too low either. So, alright, so now I've got the bow on, and I've got my tails kind of moved. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut these off. So I'm just going to cut them all off. And what you can do when they come like this is you can push the little leaves up like that and then cut it off. You don't want it to be too long, but you want to do kind of different lengths because you're going to want different lengths on your arrangement. So push all your leaves up like this and cut it off and set it aside. So I will go through and do all that, and you want all the leaves up there because it will make it look a lot fuller and a lot prettier. And I love to buy bushes like this because everything in the bush matches and goes together. So you don't even have to stand there trying to figure out what you want to get to go together. You can just buy these bushes and everything works great because they're meant to go together. Alright, so I'm going to cut all this off, and then when I come back we're going to start putting this on, and we're going to put a little bit more ribbon on the sides, and then we'll be done. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I've got my tongue cut, and I cut this little stick down to about 5 inches because I think it was up too high, so it would be hard to see. I want it to blend in to the arrangement and not be kind of standing up. So now all you're going to do is start taking your flowers and just run them through your glue and start putting them in. So you want some down front, you want some the middle, you want all different lengths. So some you want to cut off and put down front like this. Okay, so you're going to fill in all the spots. So I like to put some at an angle. I don't want any to be well above my bow, so I'm going to keep that in mind. Okay. There's no wrong or right way when you get to this point. You just kind of go around adding them in like this. Okay. And it will come together. I want some up near my bow because I want my bow to be a part of the arrangement. So okay. You see how full it is because you pulled that all of the leaves and things up. Just makes it a lot fuller. And it will cover in all of the little workings you have going on down here. So Okay. So you just keep going along and adding it in. So you want to fill in all of your spaces. Okay. See how that's starting to fill in? Okay. So you just keep going around, looking for spots, and just fill it in. So, and you can bend it over so that you can see it. I'm going to put some kind of straight in on the side. That. You can take some of your leaves and pull them up. There is wire in them, so you can pull it up and have it hanging out around your flowers. It's another good thing to do. Okay. Put more in on the side. There. Okay. Turn it around here. Okay. Put one on the side over here. Okay. Get another one. Okay. There we go. I can start moving some of my leaves up. Fill in a little bit of those spaces as well. Okay. You don't have to move a whole bunch up, but a few. Once we get all the flowers in, then we'll go back and kind of fluff out our bow and make sure it's in a good spot. Okay, so now I'm just looking for spots that are obvious. Okay. Okay. So all you're doing at this point is just looking for anywhere where it looks like you could add a little bit more and just kind of cover up the base. Okay. So we have a few more. Let's see. Let's put one down there. Yeah. There we go. So now we've gotten a pretty good amount in here. And so there's a bunch of options you have at this point. So you can be done and just have a nice saddle to put on your gravestone. Take these and move them around. Whoops. Looks like my wire came off. That's why it was. Okay. My wire came off my stick, so what I'll do is put a little bit of glue on there to make sure it's going to stay down. So, alright. Now your bow takes up a lot of the real estate as well. But you can add in others that you just like have flowers hanging around. I always have some extra flowers, like little white flowers. I'll put a few of those in just to kind of break up the blue a little bit there and fill in any spots that I see. Okay. Alright. You can take some extra leaves and put them in. So, and just have them kind of coming out around the bow. I have another blue with little delicate flowers on it. I can put a few of these around. Kind of put some in near the bottom. I do the same thing, push those up. At this point, you're just doing it to your personal preference. So it's how much or how little you want. There's no right or wrong. It's just you and what you like. Okay. I like to have little flowers like this because it can help kind of blend in, especially around the leaves, so that it's not just like all leaves at the bottom. But I really like a lot of full leaves, so that's a preference too. You don't have to put as many leaves as I did. I just like a lot of leaves because when you put these on a graveside, it really does flow over well so that you can, you know, not see the top of the gravestone, and it's really more with the leaves. It just gives it a very nice natural look to me. I just like that. Okay. We've got a few more. Take our little price tag off. These all came from Hobby Lobby, so that's where I got mine. And I just got them all at the same time, so that way, you know, I can make sure everything matches while I'm there. And we're good to go. Okay, so we're pretty good. I just want a couple more and then I think we'll be good. So I have a few more whites. Then you just want to go around and look, see if there's anywhere where you can see your styrofoam. Nope. I think we're good. Okay. I like to fluff out my leaves a little bit. I'm gonna put one more over here. Okay. And when you're putting glue on things, you do not need a ton of glue. You just need a little bit to make sure it'll stay in its place. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. Okay, so I have just a few more. And then we'll be done. I always like to have things up around the bow because it helps the bow just blend in. Okay. Let's see. We need there we go. All right. And that's it. All you have to do is just keep going around and filling in as much or as little as you want. And that's it. The other thing that you can do, let's see, where did I put mine? Another really cute thing you can do is to take the same ribbon and make a little loop. Let's see, let's do like 22 inches. So we'll just cut off. Okay, and you want to make a little circle like this. And then you're going to pinch it in the middle like this. Okay, and then you can take one of these little sticks that has the wire on it. Okay. And tie it around. You're going to need more than just what's on that little stick. But I just wanted to give you an idea. Then you take this and you go in and put it down, and then you have some more ribbon. I like to do that like maybe on all four sides. So we'll cut 2, 3 more. Okay. That helps fill in as well. So same thing. Just make a circle. Pinch in the middle. Take one of your sticks. Oops. And tie it around. Don't forget you want to add more than just what comes. Okay? And then you just put it down and fluff out your little bow. Alright, let's do one over here. So, same thing, make our circle, go down, pinch, attach it to our little pick, and then put it in. There we go. And fluff it out. See, doesn't that add just a little bit of extra? I really like that. Alright, so let's put one over here. And then I think we'll be done. We'll have a nice full set. And all it took was one full bush, one small bush, a little extras, two of the leaves, two of the bunches like this of the leaves, and less than a roll, almost a whole roll of the ribbon. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. Tie it off. And then put it down. Okay, and then fluff it out. Alright, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this. This is what it looks like. So it looks really pretty when you put it on a gravesite. Alright, well I hope y'all enjoyed this. And I will be back soon. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.